Hi, Linda LaForge here with the artist David Rankine, doing a quick interview about his art and where he thinks it comes from. Tell me a little bit about what initially started you with art. Was it from childhood? Was it innate, do you think?
Yeah, I think as soon as I could start doing something, anything with my hands, that's when I started. I don't think I really wanted to do anything else, right from day go.
So you came out with a crayon in your hand in
Yeah.
the womb kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I was really, comfortable doing for a long time was art.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you went to university for art?
I did, York University, with fine arts. Visual arts, painting, mostly in design, printmaking.
Oh, great. And then right from there, what kind of art were you doing or most compelled to do?
Yeah, this is funny because I came out of York University doing photorealist art, so they hated me there because it's an abstract expressionist school. So I was doing photorealist urban scenes mostly, and then I started doing silkscreen landscapes using a lot of arty silkscreen techniques. And then that's when, sort of just at the tail end of art school, when I became interested in Celtic art. And I started to combine the two together, photorealism and Celtic.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that about you. I've known David a long
Dark
time.
horse.
Yeah. When I was thinking about going to school, I was thinking about Ontario College of Art.
Mm-hmm.
And, we did the tour through the school, and I knew I would have a hard time there because I like realists, and they seem to, it's all abstract and all that too.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have figured either. So is there something about Celtic from your heritage that drew you to it? Or the spirituality? Or the crazy stories from the Celtic tradition?
Well, there's like two streams. One was interest in my heritage. My parents are Scots, so I was very, always very interested in my heritage. And two, because I played bagpipes at the time, that's what paid for university. I was playing bagpipes. I saw in, especially the illuminated manuscript art, like the Book of Kells, one of the different Gospels, graphic music. So the same rhythms happening as I did in Celtic folk music. So that really interested me, how those two were kind of working together. The spirituality thing didn't come until a bit later, where I started to see that the more I took that historical art form and made it my own, and I wasn't never interested in copying or sticking to its historical set piece. I started to fold in a lot of other cultural styles. The more I did that, the more I saw that this was a spiritual language, and I was actually doing abstract painting. It was abstract expressionism.
Ta-da!
Yeah. So all that 4 years of York University, it sank in because they were training. They don't at York at that time. They didn't train you how to any technique. You're supposed to know the technique or discover it yourself, use your own time. All they taught was ideas and developing ideas. And to me, that's what the art is. It's the idea. It's not how it's applied, because the idea can be applied in many different modalities, but the technique is not really the art. That's the craft. And that can be learned, but the idea is always the hard one.
Yeah, I agree. I think artists need to learn technique so that it makes it easier to express yourself when you're ready to start producing or doing something on an emotional or an idea or concept level. Yeah. So you'd agree with that too? Oh
yeah, definitely. I mean, you have to know your instrument. You have to know your tools.
Yeah.
And then there's a great Charlie Parker quote, jazz trumpet player, trombonist, sax player, whatever. He said, "Learn your instrument and forget it." So you're never focused on your technique anymore. That's so second nature. It's just your language, it's
like
visual
riding a
language.
bike.
Yeah. What you're thinking about is expressing yourself.
Okay, that's great. So now your art's very spiritual, and I also understand there's a great musical element to it. So where are you going next? Are you just continuing to explore this? Do you have any interesting projects coming up?
Well, there's a CD that's just out that is the graphic essence of a book. The sonic essence of a book, and along with the book goes the graphic images. So it's like I'm always interested in exploring and blurring the lines or breaking down the lines between different media and ways of expression. Every expression of an idea or a feeling is a multimodal way of expressing. So when I stopped playing bagpipes, I became a gentleman, and I started playing mountain dulcimer. Quite often, if I reached a point in a painting where I was having trouble seeing where I was going to go next with it, I'd go and play my instrument. So it's like taking the thing, the feeling that's generating the image, putting it into a sonic mode, playing it, and getting the solution to the issue, and then taking it back to the painting. So when I started doing that myself, I started experimenting in workshop situations with mandalas, where I get people drawing them, and getting used to drawing them, getting used to the visual language of a mandala, and getting them used to expressing themselves openly, without any restraints on them, without expectation, and then taking the image and converting it to sound with simple percussion instruments or with voice and everything, and then taking the sound and converting it back into graphic image.
I can't wait to see the CD. What are we calling the CD?
Healing Space.
Healing Space. And when do you think that will be out?
Well, it's out. It just hasn't been officially released yet, but it's out and being used a lot by energy healers and physiotherapists and massage therapists as to accompany the healing practice, and that's what it was designed for.
Oh, great.
So it's not really music as an entertainment, not in that kind of modern Western way. It's music that's a pure expression, and that's how it was recorded too.
Oh, great. I can't wait to see it. And you can find that on davidrankineart.com. The Rankin has an E on the end of it.
Yes.
And you've got workshops that you do from time to time?
Mm-hmm.
Anything interesting coming up?
Yes, December 8th at Newmarket Library, 7 o'clock. I've got a lecture on the Book of Kells in the sacred geometry in early medieval Celtic book art.
Great, and that's one that you do every now and then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. So, check out davidrankineart.com for more information about him. He's got some articles, some artwork, and schedules. Thanks, David.
Thank you. Cool.